Hello, I am Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. This is fucking talking shit with Eagle. And tonight my guest is Phil from Northern Connections, a great edible company here in Northern Michigan. This should be proved to be a pretty decent interview. I've been looking forward to this for some time. I had to restart this meeting, so Phil will be joining us here in a second. I'm sure he's trying to log on right now. Hi, CJ. How you doing? Welcome tonight. Always super glad to see you. Hope you are doing well. Thank you, CJ. It's bright. Yeah, this should be a good conversation. We talked to Phil just a minute ago, but we had a problem going online, figures, right? But he'll be logging in here in a sec. Should be a good combo. He's known for his liquid loud syrup, which is I've had it myself. It's put me right on my ass every time I've had it. I can tell you that. So yeah, what else has happened? Hopefully you guys logged over and watched some of Skillbo's late shush himself. Him and Red. I'm not sure who their guest was tonight, but I'm sure it was a good episode. We tried to do like a cross episode today, but I didn't have time to get it done. Smoke and Grow Fraser, welcome. Hopefully everything goes right. And okay, Phil's over here just waiting for me, I bet. 2 participants. Okay. Oh, Phil is here. He's just waiting for me. There he is. He's popping in now. What happened? There he is. There he is. We're up and rolling and live now, Phil. There he is. There's our guest, Phil from Northern Connections. He's been doing his liquid loud here in Michigan for quite some time. This is going to be a fun chat. Welcome, Phil. How you doing tonight? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No? Great. Can anybody else hear me? The same problem we had last night. I don't know.
Hello?
I can hear you, Phil.
All right. Now I can hear you now, but I don't see you no more.
No, it just says iPhone. You might have to turn your camera back on like you did last time. There you go.
I just had to flick it over. Man, this thing is complicated.
We're up and running. Welcome, Phil. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How about you guys?
Pretty good. We got a few in chat already, and the way this works is we usually just have a conversation and smoke along ourselves. I don't think you had the YouTube brought up, but if you do, I like to address I like to make the chat a part of this. So occasionally I will say hello to whoever's popping in, or if they have a question, kind of address that. But mainly this will be just between us. So how you been?
Man, I've been staying busy, man. Or trying to during the this coronavirus.
Right on.
How about you?
Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you from?
My name's Phil. I'm from Detroit area. I now live in Grayling. I'm a grower these days. I used to be a repossession agent. Now,
that's quite the change.
Yeah,
a lot less stressful, I would think.
Yeah, so we fell into this by chance, I guess. We moved way up here, and there was no weed up here to smoke. So we started growing for ourselves, and one thing led to another.
Must have just steamrolled on you then.
It really did. It really did. It got a bigger project than we thought early on, and next thing you know, I couldn't do both. So this made more sense to me than running back and forth to the city. That's for sure.
Right on. That's a pretty nifty grinder you got there. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
And everybody says it about these things. I love them. They're from Ooze. Man, wonderful. Got some giant teeth on it. Don't chew it up too bad. A lot of people love these grinders. Nobody seems to see them. I've had them for like 5-6 years.
Really?
The same ones.
No shit. I've never even seen nothing like that. I know the one grinder I got right here. I'm not too big on grinders because they usually make it too fine for me. But I took this one here and I fucking drilled that bitch out. Looks like a fucking
Jesus Christ, looks like a gun.
Yeah. And it just roughs it up enough almost to where you would with scissors.
See, I'm allergic to weed, so I can't handle it.
No shit.
Yes, that's definitely a little problem. So I can consume it, no worries. I can ingest it, no problem. But for me to touch it or to work in it really messes me up. Like I break out in hives on my skin, and my fingers will break out in sores from it.
Wow. That's got to be really tough to work around the plan. Do you have like the wife work around take care of things, or are you in there handling it yourself?
So I still handle it myself. Yeah, well, I'm allergic to latex too, so I got a lot of health issues, which was why we moved up here. And the cannabis was, to kind of help some of them, get me off some of the opiates and get me better. But it comes at a cost, at least for me, but it's still worth it. I mean, there's ways around it. I just, use cones, use different things. Don't try not to touch it. The keef is really bad. The stickiness really gets to me really, really, really bad. So,
yeah,
but the rewards are way more than you know what I'm saying, what I'm getting from the itchiness or whatever. I'll take it.
Right on. I know. I'd love to plant myself. I think even if I actually wondered like this time last year if I was starting to develop an allergy to it.
A lot of people are allergic to it.
But luckily I grew out of that phase. I guess you're not so lucky there, but
no, man. They've been telling me that my whole life that maybe you'll grow out of these allergies or this or that. My allergies have progressively gotten worse my entire life. I've did shots. I've done, you name it. I've done it. I've tried it. Even as far as chemo to delete my immune system and things like the craziest things, man. And none of it has helped. I mean, like nothing. Even as far as moving up here, they told me I needed an environmental change. So that's how I ended up here. They told me I had to leave away the city.
That's just good advice anyway, because
it was good
where
advice.
You were.
Hey, look, so that doesn't chew that up too bad. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad.
No, that's what I like about that particular grinder is that it naturally does not chew it up. It's got some decent holes in there, like what you did to yours.
Right.
And it's got huge teeth.
Well, I do like the big holes in that, and the other thing I like about it is that you're not trying to separate that keef, and
No.
To me, I'm like, why are you trying to dumb down your weed?
What do you want to do? To save it for later?
Yeah, why are you trying to catch that keef? Throw it in that joint. We grew it like that for a reason, man. And then you want weaker weed, buy mids.
When I had one of those that caught the keef, you caught me every time I'd roll the joint. I'd scrape the keef out to put it back in the joint.
Yeah, I met you about a year ago.
Yeah, I'd say
at Vehicle City, maybe two, something like
that.
No,
listen. So we've only been up vending at Vehicle City for it was a year in November, believe it or not. Nobody even knew who we were before that. We've only been doing this three years.
Wow, then you guys are fucking really laying it down because, once I seen you, it was like full force, man. You guys were everywhere. Everybody was talking about that shit around town.
we were going quick fast.
Every
Like,
event
too
that
fast.
I could think of, you guys were there. You know, I remember seeing you guys at Kushstock, and if I remember right, you guys were already cleaned out before the doors open.
Yeah, Kush Duck was a real good event. Was a good event. Though. Yeah. Yep. Our first real
But
event last year. Our first real event last year was we did a couple secret sessions at Vehicle City, but our first big event was the the one that was supposed to be this last weekend. The
Gas
hatchback.
bash.
Yeah, man. We got there. We didn't know what to think. We got there. We couldn't believe it. We had so much fun, man. We couldn't wait to do more events. We loved it. We were hooked. It was like catching a big fish, you know.
Oh, I
You,
bet. Isn't it
you
nice
go,
when you get them stories coming, people coming in and telling you how much they enjoy your product?
oh man, it is. It's very humbling, man. We had a lady come into Vehicle City one day tell us about the pain cream. This pain cream that we don't even really make anymore. Hannah's about to make some now. But this lady come in and was telling Derek from Coco and I about how it saved her. She had some sores all over her body and couldn't get rid of them. And somehow this pain cream miraculous. We don't know how it worked, but somehow it worked and killed these. She had some parasites on her skin, and it killed them. It is nice to hear people say good things about your company. It sucks when they say bad ones, though. You know, but with all bad things, you turn a positive into a negative, or a negative into a positive.
I haven't heard anything negative in particular myself, but I have heard a lot of people saying a lot of good things about your product. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
we had a few haters here and there this last year, but it's got us to go back to the drawing boards. We redid our Liquid Loud recipe. We ordered a new machine, made us come up with a new formula that we're real excited about. We were supposed to drop it this weekend, the Nano Infusion. So you get to take less milligrams, but it's hit you twice as hard almost. It seems like. We'll have to get you some over there. You're not too far away and let you try it out, see what you think. You've had the other stuff, so
I
it's definitely a
appreciate
treat.
that.
We went down to 400 milligrams on them so that nobody can get hurt. But even at 400, people are saying that maybe that might be too high. That you
Really?
definitely, yeah, you feel like you're in Mario World, they say.
I've never been there, but I'd stop in.
Right? Don't sound like a bad time, right?
No.
What you smoking on over there?
This is let's see here. This is Pine Valley Some Hash is what I'm smoking. This was a
Nice.
tester from GMX OG. It's Rossi Kush times I forget what it is, but man, it's kind of like a maple syrup kind of taste to it. It's real kind of sedative, lays you back.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff I'm working on here. I actually
You're always
I've got
working on
my
something over there.
yeah, I'm actually just kind of working with my own strain that I've just kind of produced, and that's the Beautiful Loser, which is Star Destroyer times Wizard's Glue times C99 times Durban Poison, and
Holy shit.
it's like a grapefruit kind of like cheese Danish kind of taste, and it's got a nice body relaxing effect to it. It's really good. I'm kind of proud of it. So
I
I'll have
love
to get you some of that flour so you can check that out.
I love the grapefruit terpenes, man. One of my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
Always love the grapefruit. I never had Durban Poison until last year. As long as
Really?
that strain's been around, no, I never ever had it. And everybody talks about it. I finally got to smoke it. It was actually fire. I couldn't believe it. I hear a lot of, all these, another thing. So I only started smoking, I don't know, 8 years ago. So I'm not your typical stoner.
What are you smoking on over there yourself?
I got some caramel apple gelato from one of our growers down in the Detroit area. I can't say myself that I grew it, but definitely some fire.
Looks dense.
Very, very dense. Like can't squeeze it dense.
Nice. Man,
Yeah,
gotta love that gelato. That stuff's always a good cut.
So I just harvested my first gelato plant, Gelato 33, and I noticed something different about it.
What's
I got
that?
it hanging. I got it hanging in my dry room. The leaves that come that are still on the plant, we strip all the leaves off, but the leaves that are actually growing the buds, they flipped over and they're hanging down. The back side of them is frostier than the top side. I've never
Really?
seen that. I've never seen that on a plant. Never. I
Huh.
mean, they are frosty,
Wow.
like fuzzy.
Gotta love it when there's just fucking nothing to throw away on trim day, isn't it?
Oh man, it makes you think, man. I had friends that have been growing for a very long time, so I've been around this a long time, and I've watched them throw away thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Now that I think back to it, garbage bags of trim, like, and what a useful product. There's so much use for it. We find lots of
Yeah.
ways in the edible market for it.
I'm a bubble hash maker, so I always use that shit. And then if anything else, you can always make some, FICO out of it or something.
Yeah, it's
Some
nothing else.
RSO.
RSO is always.
Right.
There's just no bad material. I feel somebody needs it somewhere, even if you don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't like to waste anything.
Give a quick shout out to some people here in chat. Naughty Nikki, what's up? Tara, hey, what's going on? Dank Man, thank you for joining in. Purple Thumb, what's up? I like to address people as they come in.
No worries.
Makes for a nice show. You know what I mean? Makes people welcome.
Sounds
So.
good. Sounds good.
And if you guys have any, of course, if you guys have any questions as we're going along, feel free to put them up there, guys. Anyway, so you moved up here and you've been up here for a few years. Let's start back. What made you start smoking 8 years ago? Was it just to get off?
I met my wife.
She was a smoker?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And she got me smoking.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong.
I don't see a flaw in that at all, Phil. I don't see a flaw in that at all.
Nope.
So,
I smoked when I was in high school, but after high school, I really didn't mess with it. Typical stuff as a high school kid. My uncle sold pot my entire life. I grew up with it, around me. So when friends started doing it in high school, it wasn't a big deal. I grew up. I had an uncle that kept a chest freezer in his house full of pounds.
I can say I can relate to that.
In the 80s, that it was a little aluminum like little brick weed. They're always pulling seeds out. It didn't smell so good, so it wasn't.
Yeah, you've lived a different life when you've seen a pound on a fucking steamer to fluffer. It's just a normal day.
Right.
Kind of funny. So you moved up here and you started. You couldn't find any medication, so you started growing. Yeah, I experienced the exact same thing when I came up here, and it was kind of sad. In fact, people were still really closed about the subject up here. I was even afraid to ask around or anything.
Well, I had some contacts up here. Well, not really contacts. I met some people, and I was buying. And at one point, I had a half a pound of weed on my dining room table. When we decided to start growing, I had a half a pound of weed on my dining room table in half-ounce increments that we had bought from various people that we could not get high from. And I'm not kidding you.
I think that's the only way that situation could get any worse is to find some and just not be able to.
It was so bad you couldn't even get high. We're like, what is this? And Gaylord had 15 dispos going.
They got smacked down right after we moved up here. I say because it was right around the time.
They were here when I got here. I started growing. They were here. I cut down my harvest 2 weeks after they closed down.
It's even worse is I'm right there. God, it's kind of eerily. I went right 2 weeks before that. All that shit happened. I kind of traveled north to see if I could. They would take in any overages, I went through and dropped names and cards everywhere, and then 2 weeks later they were all busted. And I thought, God damn it, how many of my cards are laying around?
How many of my cards did they find? Just drop them off.
Yeah.
Fuck. At least I wasn't the only one with bad timing there. I was so upset.
No.
I didn't know what to do. I really didn't
Sounds
know what
like it sounds like, and I may be just speculating here. It sounds like what you did was decide to figure out a formula for the Liquid Loud. Is what it sounds like the next phase was.
So back there when we started growing, we just started growing to grow for us, and then we started growing. We started vending at Vehicle City. The Liquid Loud came about. We got invited out to Chicago for a New Year's Eve party by a guy by Professor Dabbs. He invited us out to a New Year's Eve party, and we went. And he had this liquid there. It was called Liquid Karma. It was out of California. It was a syrup, but it was a small bottle. It was 1,000 milligrams, and that's kind of where we got the idea to make Liquid Loud. Was theirs was like fruits and stuff inside of it, and they were a California company. So we came back here and we started making Liquid Loud.
Nice.
Yep, that was where we got our inspiration.
I remember seeing it, something close to that. Like, I don't know, it was a few years ago on like a Vice special and shit. They were talking about a syrup like that. And it really struck an idea with me. I was like, man, that don't sound too bad. I'd give it a whirl.
I got a bunch of friends that, to be honest with you, the reason why we started it was a bunch of my buddies, they want to drink lean. You know, I grew up in Detroit, and a lot of my friends drink lean. So when my wife brought the idea to me, I'm like, yeah, it's perfect. You know, I can get my friends to stop, doing that shit. They can take this, they'll stop. Man, can I tell you, it's been a year of making this. Not one of them's ever tried it.
Really?
I promise you, it sucks. But we have had some really good experiences with soldiers, which has been a crazy thing. A lot of different soldiers we've heard have been taking it for PTSD because it's quick.
Yeah.
Quick, and it's powerful, and it's nonchalant. Nobody knows they're taking it. They can mix it with things. They can still be around others. Nobody knows. And that's something we never thought of, to be honest.
Well, that shit's for real, man, and them guys should be able to find some relief.
They
I know I
definitely
like
should be
the
able to
edibles
find some relief.
myself because it is more of a body thing, more calming. You know.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely slows you down for sure. It affects me too much. I really don't like to take it too much unless I want to go. If I'm having like severe pain or I need to go to bed, I'll take it. Or if we're celebrating somehow, then I'll take it. But other than that, man, I look like a fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I got some of the Liquid Loud from you guys. I was fucking like, so I drink this whole thing, and you guys were like, no.
Yeah, don't drink the whole thing. No.
Should I drink half? No.
We had a guy at the Cypress Sesh for Trick a couple weeks ago. The last show we did in Detroit, and we told him he had the new stuff. And he's like, oh, I could take 1,600 milligrams. We're like, don't do it. He drank a half a bottle. He was supposed to perform. He was passed out in the front row.
I ended up drinking that thing. Well, I didn't drink it all.
You drink the whole thing?
I drank it all within like an hour and a half.
Wow.
And it was a pretty good ride. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't suggest chugging it all at once.
I feel like it would hurt my belly even more too, because there's a lot of sugar in these things. A lot of sugar. That's the one thing we'd like to figure out how to do these without sugar. But all of our stuff has sugar in it. We need to figure out a way to make some edibles without sugar for some diabetics.
Right on. So what other products do you offer besides the Liquid Loud? I thought I seen maybe some pixie sticks at one point.
Yeah, we make pixie sticks. We do gummies, the nano infused gummies, little marijuana leaves, and then rock candy, like old fashioned, like your grandma's old style rock candy.
Nice.
And
You
we're
guys
making.
offer any like CBD edibles?
So we're working on that actually as we speak. So this new machine that we got to do the loud, we can do basically any kind of liquid, pretty much. So we're gonna mess around with some CBD. We've been talking to Jason. I don't know if you know Jason. Can't think of what his name is on Instagram, but he lives up here too. He's not he's like an hour away from us, but we're supposed to be getting some CBD and gonna do like a 1-to-1 ratio.
Is it
Right.
Urban Meds up there in Traverse City?
No, he's in Lincoln. He's in Lincoln. He's got dreadlocks.
No, I would have remembered a guy with
You don't know
dreadlocks.
Jason. Oh man, you're gonna have to hook up with Jason. Great guy. You'll love Jason.
Yeah, you please hook me up. I would like to talk to like a CBD guy, get somebody like that on the show.
I definitely will introduce you guys, man. He's awesome, man. He does a radio show, and he does a church, a nonprofit. He has a nonprofit. So
nice. Sounds
yeah,
like that'd be a real good meet.
Yeah, man. He's a good dude. He's definitely a good guy.
It's nice.
So he's nice. Gonna hook us up with the Connect to get some CBD stuff going. So we can come up with maybe a CBD line, because we had some distributors that were interested in carrying some of our products downstate if we did CBD right away. But then, of course, all this stuff happened,
Man, this stuff.
We had big plans. We had big plans for this year, man. We really did.
Well, hopefully it's just on pause for everybody. I'm still being super optimistic about this. Or trying.
They're saying definitely till June.
I know. I just heard today that I know this sounds stupid, but I am actually like fiending for a fucking tattoo. And
no, I understand that.
I thought we were getting close and shit, and then I heard today, nope, not until fucking April 30th, and I'm like, motherfucker. I actually texted him today too, man. I was like, dude, put me on. He's like, no, it'll be a minute.
No shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I want a haircut.
Yeah, you can't even get a haircut? No.
No, man. What do you mean?
Yeah, I guess if you can't fucking go to Walmart, you can't get a haircut.
You can't get a haircut. You can't do anything.
You gotta get one of these, brother.
Yeah, I definitely get one of those. I've been there before. My head doesn't look so good, balls. I will not lie. But I have definitely been there. But it's been weird because some of the things you don't think about stocking up on. But if this shit really continues to keep going the way it's going, we might want to. Like today, I went and bought cigarettes for the wife and I. I'm like, look, if nobody's working, there's nobody working making cigarettes.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna shake down in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah. I bought some 55-gallon drums to fill up with diesel fuel and gas. I mean, just in case.
I mean, we can even hit the little bit on what we were talking about before what we aired there, and that was the influx of people we got from downstate.
Oh yeah, man, crazy.
Man, this is real, man. We were just getting caught up to where we had things up here. You know what I mean? Because that initial wave, things got wiped out up here.
Wiped out fast.
Shit. And then we just got to where we were fucking caught up, and we could go to the store and buy some fucking toilet paper and all that shit.
The local store by my mother-in-law, she's got to know you to sell you toilet paper. It's in the back.
Fucking I'll get to that in a second. That's fucking funny. But yeah, well, that's what happened. We got the influx of up northers that came, or downstaters that came up here and just started shopping to fill their cabins and all that other shit. And kind of tapped our supplies. So I go to the fucking grocery store tonight. I'm not even going to say which one because I want to divulge the source. But I go through,
There's only one. There's only one grocery store.
I go through once, and I forgot dog food, so I had to go back in because the little two other chances that what I had the toilet paper and paper towel that I need were already closed. It's like shit, so I gotta go back. And I know they ain't got no toilet paper because I just was in there. So I go up to the teller and he's like, "Man, did you get everything you need this time?" I said, "Yeah, I forgot the dog food, you know." He's like, "Yeah, you gotta have that." I said, "I needed some toilet paper, but you guys were all out." He was like, "I got some behind the counter for special." He goes and snags me a roll and shit just for the hometowners. Here you go.
No
I was
way.
like, that's fucking funny. And
That is funny. Oh, so everybody's doing that. Shit, we all good then. I didn't ask for none. I guess I gotta tell them I need it.
they gotta know you. You gotta be.
Well,
You gotta
I
be
mean,
in
they
the
all know
know.
who I am. I just didn't ask for the shit paper. I went and looked. It wasn't there. I left out.
I bet you anything. If you see him every day and you fucking,
Oh yeah,
where's the toilet paper? They'd be like, hold on,
in the
I
back
got you.
room, we got you.
Yep. He I swear to God, he went right behind the service counter and grabbed it. It was behind the service counter. Just for you, buddy. I'm like, hell yeah. What else you got back there?
Oh, that's hilarious. What else you got back there? He said, you find everything? And he knew what you was looking for. He said, you get everything? Wink, wink. No, I need a shit paper. Oh, I don't know, man. We got toilet paper. We got food.
That shit just blows my mind. Out of anything you could, in a time of need, it seems like you would go for like dry goods, food, wiping your
They went
ass
for
would
the
seem
shit
like,
paper
I
first.
don't know. Seems like they'd be a little further down the list than, I don't know. Maybe
Answer me this. Up. Answer me this. How did the stores up here run out of water?
I don't know.
We all have a fucking well. How can you contaminate our well? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard of. That was the last thing on my list was any bottled water. I'm like, what do you mean they don't have no bottled water?
The only way we'd be screwed in that aspect is if we didn't have no power to pump it out.
Okay, and if you don't have no power, all right, think about this. We all have wells. How many people up here do you know don't have a generator?
I got 4.
I do. I got 5, 4 or 5. Yeah. So, all right. So
power goes out up here, man.
You got extra.
You gotta have it up here.
My neighbor sent me a message today on Facebook up here. He told me he's about to start selling power.
Has he got electrical or wind?
No, he's got a generator. He's gonna start selling power.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. Yeah, especially if you got some kind of grow. If you've got a grow going up here, you definitely got to have some type of backup. That's for sure.
My brother's been harping at me to get one of the military trailers. He said those will power a city.
No shit.
I mean,
nice.
They sell them at
fucking big old Generacs so I could set outside. One of them big diesel motors that fucking power a whole mansion.
Of course, I got 4 or 5 of the ones with fucking wheels. You gotta fucking drag them out.
Oh yeah, me too. Yard. Me too. It's always loud as fuck. You can barely sleep because there's so many of them running.
We almost died last year. What do you mean? My cord wasn't long enough. I got to attach a garage to my house, but there's a breezeway between my house, like a mud room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the door from the mudroom to the house is like an exterior door. I don't want you to think I'm crazy, but I was running the generator in the garage in the winter. Man, we got carbon monoxide poisoning.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all right. Is there like an attached roof so like it goes?
Yeah, the roofs are all attached. Yeah, the roofs are all attached.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I wasn't thinking about it, but yeah.
Damn, that's scary. Should have just let them run in the breezeway. Is that too close to like the bedroom?
The breezeway was attached too. It would have been the same thing. So I just had to put a plug in and move some things around. But man, I had no idea I was going to put my family in there. You know what I'm saying? Like up here, it's hard, man. The winters are rough. My first winter.
Yeah, they can be.
I grow in another building, and my first winter I didn't have water in it. So every day or every other day, I had to fill my reservoirs with a garden hose up here in the winter. Could you imagine that one for the whole
Up
winter?
there where you are, man, them fucking back roads are treacherous, man. I went down. I'm not even saying any roads, but man, one of them back roads that goes from here to there, and man, that's got some steep hills, super steep hills, man. And it's just like a fucking tunnel, man. You get sliding down that bitch. It's like there's nowhere to go. You just
Oh,
bouncing.
no, you're just gonna bounce and slide and hit a tree.
Something,
I
man.
got a diesel pickup truck up here, wasted because of that.
Yeah, these back roads are terrible. But the paved roads are awesome. I mean, our paved roads up here, you drive around on our paved roads. I mean, we got 65-mile-an-hour speed limits on our like country roads. Not a pothole in sight. You go down state, you get off and anywhere in Genesee County, and it's like, man, I hate it down here. Jesus, now I know why I moved away.
Absolutely. I keep telling the wife I want to get a motorcycle up here because the roads are so nice. She tells me no.
The only thing you got to watch for up here is fucking deer during that time.
I almost hit a deer every day between your house and mine. There's deer everywhere. That's like deer central. Speaking of which, the day that they shut that the governor announced that we were going to go on lockdown, I was in Detroit. I drove home that day. And coming up, the woods between our houses, I seen 3 different families out walking already with dogs and cars driving up on the trails that I've never seen anybody ever on that day. There's so many more people up here right now. Like there was more activity that day up here, extra between your house and mine than I have ever seen since we've been here in 4 years.
When I went into town today to get some shit, it was like every house had like a small house party going on. Every driveway was. I'm serious, man. Every driveway had like 6, 8 cars. It's like, oh, okay.
Memorial weekend, huh?
Home. Yeah. From now till then.
And people are wondering why the gas station employees are getting pissed off because people keep coming, every day and getting their 2 beers and you know what I'm saying, or their pack of cigarettes each day. I mean, they're like, what the fuck? The same people are coming here every day, and there's so many of them.
So, what you got going in your garden?
We just did a pheno hunt. Hey, that's something new we've never done. So we started with clones. We've always grown from clones. We did our first pheno hunt. And when we have our first harvest coming down, we just cut it down the other day. Some mimosa gelato, mimosa Skittles, slurp, some purple punch times ghost tangy. Trying to think what else. Gelato 33. Bunch of cool new stuff. Definitely my best harvest I've ever had.
Nice. Glad to hear that.
Yeah. I'm very, 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 very excited, man. We've been working really, really hard. And man, we've missed a lot of things, let me tell you.
I bet. But man, I know you're a hard worker. Every time I see you guys, man, you guys are fucking hustle, and you can't do nothing but admire that kind of hustle in anybody. That's how you get shit done.
Yeah, man, you ain't gonna get it done. You
guys are laying it down.
No, man, you ain't gonna get it done sitting at home. You got to get out and get it. You got to definitely get out and get it.
But gardens can be a full-time work themselves, not just making the loud and getting out there and selling it and making your face out there and shit. That's it. Where the places I see you, it requires fucking travel time, brother. And I know that that can be a day killer right there. I mean, it's hard to fall out of somewhere after a 3 hour travel and like be active. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's go. Yeah. And then you got to do it on the way back home.
We spent a lot of hours on the road, and we've learned how to sleep while the other drives. It's tough, and you know we got a young family too. A lot of people don't realize. My wife and I, we have 2 young children, so it's really been tough. It's been really tough.
That's a huge sacrifice right there.
Well, I can tell you this: if I didn't have my mother-in-law, we'd be in trouble. My mother-in-law, my cousin, we'd be done. We wouldn't be able to do these shows because that's who make it possible for us. I mean, they really help us out, you know, because this is, man. A lot of people think that it's all fun and we make $1 million, and man, so much work.
It is a lot of work, and especially that's kind of the downside of being up here is everything, you know, is down there really.
Yeah,
I kind of
nothing
talked
comes
about
easy
that.
up here.
No, I was talking about that last night with another guest that he asked me what I'd want to do, and we were talking about micro licensing and all that good shit. And I was hoping that if you could pull a micro license, that you wouldn't be limited of your place of business to be up here, because it would almost be a shot in the foot if you had to limit your clientele to this right here. You know, we'd be fucked. It would definitely be more of a hobby than anything. I mean, downstate where people are is unfortunately that's where we have to go. You know, we have to travel a little bit to make things happen until at least things open up here a little bit. These municipalities up here just aren't welcoming yet. It's stupid.
No, or at least allowed to sell to other licensed places. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
because
and for me, you guys have a better handle on that. I like that idea. I really like that idea. But as like a flower producer and not an edible maker, it bothers me because I can, even though I might be able to keep my branding, it's tough to risk my quality. See, you as like an edible, your shelf could sit on your product could sit on the shelf for some time and be just as good as day one.
Right.
Where if they buy my packaged flour and it sits on their shelves for a minute before,
they even
it gets put out, yeah.
Right.
And it all depends on your packaging and everything. And then somebody gets, some of your shit that sat on their shelf or whatever, they let somebody else undercut your product. You know what I'm saying? Even though they do a lot of places like that. They give deals all day long, which could undercut your product, even though it's a good product. And sit there a little bit extra longer. So the time somebody gets there, it might be less than dank, to where you've got the advantage of shelf life. You know what I mean?
I never thought of that, to be quite honest with you. But I do a lot of traveling to other states and buy quite a bit of product out of dispensaries and top shelf product and stuff like that. And a lot of the stuff is harvested 6 months before, like I'll pick up a bag right now. Let me see. Package date was in 19.
Really?
Yeah.
So ziplocked and everything. Oh, let me see.
Yeah, and this was totally sealed up. My wife opened it. I'm telling you, man, it smells great. I mean, it's not nearly. You can obviously see. You know what I'm saying? I will not lie to you that it's not as frosty as it used to be, but it definitely smells good. It smokes great. Believe it or
Probably
not.
breaks up into a powder from being nitrogen sealed, eh?
Maybe, I don't know. No, don't bring up into a powder. I don't think the nitrogen seal it.
Huh.
Oh, look.
Still nice and sticky.
I mean, it's not sticky. I mean, yeah, it is kind of sticky.
It looks sticky.
I mean, it's breaking up nicely.
Well, there's a little hope anyway for
late 19? It's funny you say that though, because that's something, listen, we all have opinions and things like that, but sometimes we base our opinions on ourselves, and it shouldn't just be based on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely should think of both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because we are one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it would that I didn't even think, and as a grower, you're right, dude. If you're a smaller company and trying to get in and get shelf space, it's gonna be a motherfucker, man. By the time you get there, your shit's gonna be like
Well,
this.
this process, I'm telling
This could have
you,
been fucking top shelf, and this is like a C, maybe a D, maybe. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
that's what I've been talking about right there, though. I mean, think about the process that it
Right.
has to go through or could have to go through here. And both of our products would have to go through the same loops, okay? And you would come out winning every time because of this.
Right.
We could both take our products, say, to the processor. I'm sure it is where it'd have to go first, or
Right.
like a distributed processor, whatever. And then they would either spec their sticker over top of ours, or not, or let it go through just the way it is. But they may sit on it for a few. Okay, they've got that's one more place it's got to stop and sit somewhere before they market it and distribute it. Then it goes somewhere else and then has to be distributed and shelved for a little while. That could go on a few times where, like I said, somebody could pick up that pack of mine next year where your product would be, if they went through the same process, your product would be just fine. I still wouldn't be happy with mine at that point. I'd be like, man, you should have tried it last year.
Well, right.
Here, this is what it's supposed to be like. Yeah. I just know there's some degradation to that process. I mean, packaging can come a long way, but it's not 100%.
No, fuck no. Like I said, this was probably A in the beginning, and it's maybe a C now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize it was that old.
Well, yeah, 19's not that far away. Was it early 19?
10.
See, you're not so bad there. I mean, we're not that
No,
far.
but still, I mean, you got a year.
6 months, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, 6 months. 6 months, 10 and 19. I'm thinking we're in 2021 already. We're still thinking, huh?
It goes by that quick anymore. Fuck. Man, life just blows by.
It smells good though.
Well, that's a good thing, really. Terps are still there.
Right. But it is an all black bag though, and it's Mylar. I don't know if you get the same out of like a jar. I feel like the jars that I use, because I always put mine in the clear glass jars with lids. I feel like those would not hold up that long.
I guess I'm having a hard time understanding that too, because I guess we're just not that far here in Michigan. Where people would have to deal with that quite a lot yet.
No.
As far as I know, I haven't been to a dispensary in a fucking long time.
No.
Or I don't even know what we call them. Compassion centers. Provisioning centers. That's what
we've been doing a lot of research out of state with different companies and redoing our edibles and stuff. So we've been doing a lot of traveling and going out of state. At first, we were scared to take our meds with us. You know what I'm saying? So we always ran straight to the dispo. We were going straight to cookies, going to look for the best weed, and we were in California. Just trying to find the best that we could find. It was a lot of fun.
So, are you able to ship your product out of state? Because
no.
it's a tested edible?
No.
That's a bummer.
It is a bummer.
But you would be able to ship the CBD syrup.
Absolutely. And that's kind of why I want to get into the CBD market, honestly. And I want to do like maybe like a lemonade or something even.
Nice.
Yeah, because our new machine, man, we can do 50 gallons at a time.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of sugar. So where are you sourcing that much sugar? Holy fuck.
The Amish.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I told you, man, the Amish are good people up here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. They have strong communities up here too, man.
Yeah, man, and they can get you almost anything, and they got a lot better prices. I mean, there's Gordon food centers, but for me, I'd rather spend my money around here. I live here.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really like to to shop around here. You know, Big Creek Township has been real nice to us. They've been, even though we don't live there, but they're really nice people over there.
Yeah, I'd like it a little more up here. If I love the like country woods and all that. I love being in the woods and northern Michigan and all that good shit. But I could do without the snow. I could take this like setting, like down south. Yeah, if I could just take this setting and like be in like Tennessee or something like that, or somewhere further south in Michigan where I didn't deal with all the snow, I'd fucking be stoked.
Well, it doesn't help that where we live, it snows for 7 months out of the year.
That's true shit.
You realize that, right? We have
Yeah.
a 7-month fucking winter. Because it snows from October to May.
People think I'm bullshit when I say that. That's no word of a lie, man. People think I'm bullshitting. And I thought when I bought the house that the guy was bullshitting me. Yeah, I thought that was a fucking handshake and a fucking funny joke. And enjoy your 2 months of summer. And I was like, bullshit. he wasn't far off.
We didn't get a week of summer last year.
No, it was spring all year up here. It was nice though, because I didn't need air conditioning. I didn't use air conditioning at all in my grow last year.
No way. Really?
No. I draw in that nighttime air. I run at night like now.
Uh-huh.
I pull in from a lung room and filter it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And then it comes in here because our nights up here, 60 fucking degrees, right?
Yeah, 50, 40 something.
Yeah. Okay. What's your air conditioner putting out?
60. Yeah.
Why not draw in that and filter that nighttime air? You know what I'm saying? Free.
It's funny because my room when I first started, my room was not airtight, and I was drawn in the nighttime air. And I first started, my plants were so beautiful. But as time went on, I put more money into my system and into my room, sealed it up, and my room started getting shittier and shittier and shittier because
you're drawing in that you're cooling your room with Mother Nature. You've got a constant supply of ambient CO2. You know what I mean? So yeah, why run that air conditioner? It costs you money when you could only be the thing of the fan. Did you have problems with some kind of intake? Is that why you switched?
No. I was running AC with it too. And my AC was running, but I was sucking in outside air because my AC was so powerful. It was sucking it in through like the cracks of the building, pretty much like the vents, the roof vent and whatnot. And by the time I got everything sealed up, it didn't do that no more, and it was burning the air. I didn't have a CO2 burner at the first time, and then I didn't have a controller. Man, I missed all types of stuff, man. Nobody helped me do this. Like, you don't understand. Like, it was hell. I finally got everything dialed in, and it took forever though, man. You know how many burned up crops and messed up crops we've had over the course of 3 years? It's been terrible.
It's kind of a tough environment up here to dial in. You know what I mean? To get to know. It can be moist at times, real moist.
Well, how about when my AC goes out? If I have any problems, I have to heat around, the condenser outside, right? Right. I have to make a room with the condenser in it, 70 degrees in the middle of winter up here. So the guy can work on it, and the gauges will work, and the liquids will work.
You have to run air conditioning even in the winter?
Yeah, I run AC in the winter even.
God damn. Yeah,
I don't take out any outside air.
I right now I'm telling you, I'm looking. I got 4K running right here behind me. Actually, 3. One light's out. I gotta fucking work on that tonight. It's fucking 77 in my room right now. 48% humidity, and I'm looking at 650 ppm of CO2.
That's crazy.
Yeah, without adding anything.
That's wonderful. It's like, look.
And this is fucking. I can do this almost all summer long. You know, if anything, I may top out around 82, 83 degrees in here on a summer night, but that's it. I'm not, you know.
That's wild.
This is how I do it, Phil. I bring in the air in from outside, and it's filtered, and it comes in the top of these tents. Okay, fresh, cooled air, and then it gets filtered. See this filter behind me? And this scrubs the room, and then goes through all these lights, and then in the summertime that goes out the roof. So all the hot air is going out the roof, and I'm filtering in that cool air. You know what I mean?
So I run my lights at night too.
That's how I do it. I pump out the hot air, and I bring in that cool Michigan, air, and I'm fine. In fact, the lung room's closed right now. You know what I mean? Usually I would have it somewhat aerated to pull in that exterior air, but right now it's just like sucking in the ambient air from the lung room.
Huh.
So I could, if I had to, if the shit got hot right now, I could open it up and cool this fucker down in minutes, drop it down at least 10 degrees.
That's awesome. That's fucking great. All with fans.
All with fans. No air conditioning. I'm not adding any CO2.
One day we'll have to get together. I'll take you by and show you a setup near here. Guy I know has pretty big setup with no AC. Like 30, 40 lights.
No shit.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty neat to see. There's a lot of talent up here. There really is. There
really is. Listen, when you get out and start meeting a few people, there really is, man. There really, really is. A lot of us are hiding out in these woods, I guess. Which is all right. Which is all right, man. I like it.
I think that's the reason why we came up here is for this reason, you know. We're all kind of there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Nothing wrong at all. Coming up here right now.
Huh?
What's up, old school player? Thanks for subscribing. I just seen him pop up there. Chat. Sorry about that. Seen people popping in.
Nice. I can't believe everybody's still awake. Ain't nobody got a job right now.
Man, I started this like we're going on. This is episode 11. I had a couple fails, so this would have been like 2 weeks.
He said I had a couple fails. The internet, right?
Yeah, 2 in a row. It was good episodes too, and it was like Saturday and Sunday. It just fucking took a shit on me. Yeah. Well, but it is whatever. It's stumble, fall, and learn, right?
Right.
But it's been going pretty good. It's built every day, and it's been pretty cool. There's been some nights this shit has went on, and I'm not saying you got to hang out by any means this long, but last night we went on until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Holy
me and the guests just sitting here talking shit, smoking weed, just like old friends and shit. And
Jesus Christ.
There's been a few episodes and a couple episodes where like a sponsor, like guest that's come on like yourself and is like tapped out, which is honorable. I appreciate any time you guys give me. Even if you wanted to jump on tonight for 5 minutes and just say hello, I'm Phil from Northern Connections. This is what I got today. You know what I mean? Check me out. Make sure and plug your Instagram and shit right now before I forget. Go ahead and tell them where they can find your products, whatever. Not necessarily your products, but where they can find your company to get a hold of you. Instagram for sure, right?
Yeah, Instagram, Northern_Connections.
Nice. So I wouldn't be, even if you just came on and fucking did that, I would have been totally happy. So you know what I'm saying?
Man, we're honored to be on here, man. It's weird to show my face. I'll be honest.
Well, they'd see you at the events, and
I got to get used to it. Everybody sees my face at the events. That's for sure. My cover's kind
If
of
anything, somebody may see this from you walking around at an event and go, "Oh, that's that guy." You know what I mean?
So
I
I
smoked
did
down
have,
with that cat in fucking Detroit and didn't even know he was fucking Northern Connections and shit.
I had an old friend of mine actually from high school or middle school. Man, we've been friends for a long time. Reach out to me a while back and was like, "So first of all, how you been?" you know, and I'm like, "I've been all right." You know, he's like, how's life?" I'm like, I'm doing all right. You know, this and that. He's like, "I figured it out." I'm like, "Figured what out?" He's like, "You and the wife are Mr. and Mrs. NC." I'm like, I'm reading the message, Mr. and Mrs. NC. What the fuck is this guy saying? And then it hit me, and I'm like, oh my God. Somebody put a post up of a picture of me, and he seen me, and he knew, and he was buying our products. And fucking, he was like, holy shit.
You didn't know it was you?
No, he didn't know it was me. Nobody did for a long time.
Shit.
I
know,
like,
I enjoy it.
man,
So,
I
how
was
many
buff.
flavors of the Liquid Loud do you got there?
Currently we have 5 available. Pineapple, strawberry, blue raz, grape, and green apple.
All of them sound tasty.
Yep.
I'm gonna fucking do a dab real
And
quick.
I'm pretty sure I can sneak through to you with a 4-wheeler, bro. I'll do a delivery to the mailbox.
I'd be happy to risk that trip halfway, if not all the way.
Right.
Sure.
It ain't bad.
No, it ain't far. In fact, you want to hear a funny story about how close that is and shit, how it can be tracked so close?
Yeah.
I fucking lost a dog like 3-4 weeks ago, okay? And she's probably 6 months old. And she's not big. I mean, she's a pup. In fact, if you're looking for a pup, let me know. I got a few.
No.
Anyway, she got loose and we looked all over hell and couldn't find her, and put out reached out to a couple animal places online, and they posted some pics. 3 weeks later, they get a hold of my daughter and is like, "Hey, is this your dog?" And it was. Somebody had found the dog in the woods in northern Grayling, or in Grayling, probably close to you, and took it to a house that was close to there, asking if it was their dog. They took the dog in. She was all bone. She was in the woods for 3 weeks.
I seen this story on Grayling Helping Grayling.
Really?
I did. I swear to you, I read it.
And she came in the woods and fucking, yeah, she's found. She's back home and all healthy. But yeah, she tracked her all the way to Grayling, which is like, I hate, 10, 15 miles. Something like that. It's at least 10.
Right.
And made it all the way there. Luckily was alive and everything. Found her and everything. And it's amazing the power of the internet these days. Really
that's what I was just gonna say. When you live up here, you read all those news.
I couldn't believe they found her. That was amazing.
3 weeks later, that's crazy. You read all those little news stories up here all the time.
I can't. It was in the paper up there. That's pretty crazy. I didn't know that.
It was on a Facebook thing.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It was on one of the Facebook groups. One of the news groups up here. I belong to all those little news groups up here. That's how I get all my local news.
Little Daisy. That was her name. That's her name.
Little Daisy. No, I have a pup. She's gonna be turning a year old soon. A little Frenchie. Boy, she's trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is she's a handful. Especially with I got a 2-year-old.
Yeah, that's a youngin'.
Yeah, I got a little girl. She'll be 2 on 4/19. So
started late.
Yeah, man.
I started early. Mine were early.
I had my first one at 32.
I had my first at 22.
Yeah, see. No. Yeah, I sometimes I wish I would have done that. I ain't gonna lie. It definitely ain't easy.
Well, look at it this way though. You're not poised for any kind of grandkids any kind time soon, and they should be rolling in on me anytime
No.
soon.
Yeah, I see a lot of my friends are having grandkids. I'm like, wow, that's wild. Grandkids. My wife's still talking about having more kids.
Might as well.
No.
It's a crazy world though. I'd hold off to see how all this shit turns out.
So we got a little boy and a little girl, and I'm turning
That's
41.
hey,
I'm turning 41 this year.
I'll be fucking. Let me cut you off here, Sergeant Furfield. This is a public service announcement. Please, in this time, protect yourself during all this sex you're probably having at home while you're
Right.
trapped in at home. Please, let's not make this a baby boom. Thank you.
What do you mean? They're going to be out of latex next. What do you mean?
Oh no, you're right, because everybody's gloving their hands.
Think about
it. That's a funny point, man.
They're going to be out of rubber next.
Red Skibble, what's up, man? Thanks for joining me, man. Yeah, that's funny. I never even thought. So yeah, that's the next thing. A condom shortage. There's going to be a big old fucking baby boom. Yeah. Yeah. See how, isn't it weird how things are ultimately going to shake out like that?
It definitely is. And I can't wait to see what happens 10 months from now. We're going to see how many people are having babies because everybody's at home.
You know that's what's gonna happen.
Or how many missing people are gonna be reported.
Yeah. Did you hear this is a man, I heard some I don't know if I want there was some crazy shit. I guess look it up if you want to hear it, because it was really tragic what happened, but there was some crazy
in Clio today.
Yes.
I seen it. What?
Yeah, I can't believe it's getting there already, but I don't want to say exactly what happened, but it was some crazy shit. If you want to know, look it up. But
I heard he yells at things and then committed suicide.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe.
Was it a young? It looked like it was a young guy, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very scary, man. I'll tell you what. My wife and I were. It's crazy because we were actually second guessing. Because, like you said, it's very hard living where we live and doing what we do. We were second guessing where we were living at, man. The beginning part of this year, and this has definitely made us happy about where we're living.
Yeah, me too.
Like, wow.
You know, that's fucking funny because I've been right there with you, because I've been known to piss and moan about this fucking snow and being locked indoors. You know, when it's nice when it's nice, it's nice. But being snowed in sucks, and this virus has really made me feel very lucky to be away from most of the bullshit.
Right? No neighbors next door.
Right on.
Can't see nobody.
Yeah, definitely. The only thing that bones me about that is I do have a daughter downstate.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. She's regretting that decision right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. That definitely sucks. My whole family's down there. Everybody.
You know what I'm talking about, though. It's a little different when it's your sibling, though, or, your daughter.
You're a kid. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Because all you want to do is protect your kid. How old is she?
She's 24.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Still though, I'm sure that feeling never goes any different, especially with a daughter. Like that's my daughter is my world, man.
That was the first and daddy's girl right there. Yeah. So
it's funny. My wife was so excited she was gonna have a little girl. Man, she got robbed. My daughter is man, she is a daddy's girl all the way.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She's fantastic. She's great. I told my wife we could have another one as long as it's just like her.
I tell you, she broke down one time on the fucking way from here downstate, and she called me halfway just to crying. I ain't here. I'm not. It was like the longest hour to get to her. You know what I mean? I got there and I'm like, it's a flat tire and the vehicle's okay. Like, you crashed and this thing's totaled.
You got way, there, it was just a tire?
Yeah, it was flat tire.
That's crazy.
She made it sound like she lost control and got out of it.
That's terrible.
Kids are crazy when they get older. How old is your oldest daughter right now?
Yeah, that's my oldest daughter. I have a son, he's 6.
You got a long way to go before you get to that stage.
Oh yeah, man.
Goes fast though.
I'm sure it does. My son turned 0 to 6, and I don't even blink of an eye. He's ripping and running like I don't even know. Even my daughter, this last year has went by so fast. Eagle, the wife came in from the garden. We're at the other house. I got to get packed up and get my ass out of here. Get home.
No problem, brother. I appreciate the time.
And I appreciate you having us, man.
Good luck here in the near future. And hopefully we can do this soon. Most definitely, you get some new products. Please come back.
Man, I got these new nano syrups, man. I'll get with you on the gram. We'll meet up and drop you some off. See what you think.
I appreciate that. That'd be awesome.
You got it, man. No worries.
You guys have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Well, Phil from Northern Connections, thank you for being with us tonight. That was an awesome little sesh. Smoke down. I love it when the guests aren't afraid to break out the smoke and sesh along with me. I see Red and Skilbo in chat tonight, man. You guys want to fucking log in and fucking talk some shit? What you guys thinking? Is that possible? I sure would appreciate it. Slide you guys some numbers. If you guys are willing, I'm going to throw them up in chat right now. So how'd everybody else doing a good night? Why don't you guys shout out what you're smoking on in chat? What you thought of tonight's guests? Your opinions are greatly important to me. I appreciate it. Tell me how you like the show so far, how the last 10 episodes have been. Your input is greatly important. Here we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Bang. There you go, boys. If you guys want to jump in, I put the numbers in the Eagle chat. Fuck yeah, there they are, man. Jump in. Skillbo, appreciate it. You can jump in too. Cross over and do a sesh with me. That'd be awesome. A live Skillbo and Red sesh. An after party from the Michigan Bros Show. Much love for the Michigan Bros Show, the live panel, the late sesh, and the frugal force with abolished. All good tuning, all good, great print. Programming. Man, this joint's got me all tongue-tied. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Shredder, thank you for popping in. Alex D, I see you. Elliot? No, I don't even know how to say that. No, hopefully I didn't fuck that up too bad. Old school player, Kyle. CJ, of course. Dank the Dink. Man, dang. Oh, man. I am tongue-tied like a motherfucker tonight. It's been a good night. Thank God Phil did most of the talking. This joint's been fucking good. Actually, it's an insane Pine Valley hash mix. That's been pretty good so far. There's Red. I gotta throw him in here. There he is. There we go. We got Red Setter Farms. What's up, man? How you doing tonight? How was the sesh? I was busy trying to fucking get this shit lined up. Oh, we can't get his audio yet.